Hello ladies and gentlemen, An Idiot Imports is sponsored by PlayAsia, who most likely supplied this game to me unless I specifically mentioned that they didn't. You can follow the affiliate link in the description to buy this game from PlayAsia to support me and my channel, and you can use the coupon code BLUEVITA to save $3 off your order. Thanks for your support, enjoy the show. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Bunny Must Die, Chelsea and the Seven Devils. That's a weird title. Like, really weird. I'm not entirely sure what they were going for there, but alright. So, funny story about this game. It's an indie game from 2006, and it did come out in English, and it came out on PS4 and Vita like 10 years later. And, funnily enough, it has an English patch, despite the fact that it's a Japanese digital download exclusive, at least Japanese as far as I can tell. So if I just back out here, if I go and check Bunny Must Die, Chelsea and the Seven Devils, if I check the update history, added the English display mode. So yeah, for a game that's entirely digital download only, it'll actually display in English. If you download the patch, obviously, which is kind of neat. I didn't think I'd see that on a purely digital download exclusive game from Japan, but there you go. I didn't even know it had it, I just bought it and got lucky, so let's go have a quick look around. You can change a few things like how much time's going on, your voice sliders obviously. Enhanced abilities, we'll get to that. Gear to the past, I'm not entirely sure what that's about. The English in this game isn't fantastic, but like 99% of the time it's alright, so yeah. You can change what soundtracks you want to listen to, you can change what buttons do what, which is actually kind of nice because I kept hitting the start button thinking it was going to take me into the menu and it kept taking screenshots. It's a little annoying. I'll show you what that's like shortly. If you hit start in the menu, which is a bit weird because it's not select, you'll get to go to the chrono shop and every enemy and thing you defeat in here in the game will drop these little shards and you can use them to buy abilities. But there are some trophies that get locked out if you use the enhanced abilities, which are these. So if you keep it turned on, you get to use these. If you don't, well, you get to get more trophies. You get to listen to some of the soundtracks, obviously, and this is where it keeps your trophies. It gives you hints on some of them, but all of them, most of them are hidden. So we'll just go hop straight into the game, shall we? I recently just got past the blue area, so we'll be moving back to a save file that goes through the blue area. This is an hour, not even an hour, really. Well, it is more like an hour. The thing about the in-game timer is that it's wrong. Every time you save, it adds 30 seconds to it, which kind of sucks because I can't keep accurate time, but at the same time, the game does actually have like a sort of speedrunning challenge to it, and you know, adding 30 seconds to your timer makes perfect sense in that sense. So anyway, away we go. This is Bunny Must Die. It's a combination of like a platformer shooter and a roguelike. So you've got a weapon you can use, and you've also got the ability to do things like stop time, but there are things that will be invulnerable to your ability to stop time. You can also hold R to rewind time, like so. It only rewinds for everything around you, not you, but at the same time this is useful for some puzzles. However, they really haven't made use of this since I really started playing. You do also have the ability to dash with the circle button, which I'm not going to show up here because I'll just go falling right into the spikes. But yeah, that's dash. And I can also do wall jumps. The wall jumps are a little bit annoying in this game though, because you have to wait until you're actively going down the wall in order to actually set it off. So yeah, it kind of sucks like that. So we're just going to make our way to the nearest blue door, which is right here. This will go into the third area, and we can go and have a look around. And I just got absolutely killed on that platform there. There's not that much dialogue in this game, so playing it in Japanese isn't exactly the... Playing in Japanese isn't exactly the worst thing in the world anyway, because most of the items are pretty self-explanatory. But at least you'll be able to understand the story, which is nice. So we'll put down that orb and make our way through the door. The Palace of Folly, very clearly inspired by Castlevania, this game. You do also have things like a dash kick, which is kind of cool. And you do actually have to use the dash kick on this puzzle, which is a neat trick. So yeah, there we go. Just make my way through. That's just a puzzle to make sure you know how to use the dash kick, because trust me, you're going to need it in a bit. There are hidden items and stuff hidden around. Right, so, and yeah, this is a puzzle where you have to turn on and off the walls. You have to turn the walls on and off. That's a terrible thing. In order to get through, and unfortunately I appear to have run out of time energy, so let's just kill this thing. Takes a bloody long time to kill. There we go. And now I've got some chrono shards, and I can also just like walk with my way up this, go up this, go up this. Turn off time as soon as I get knocked back beyond the wall. There we go. And we're on to the next room. The shooting is surprisingly satisfying. They've got a bunch of different weapons available in the game, and the funny thing is, by now I usually would have come across one or two of them, but no, we don't get to see a new one just yet. I do believe we're about to come across one, but that will be just a moment from now. There's a fair few different weapons, as I was saying, and they are all quite nice, and they are all quite challenging. The knife is your basic weapon. You've also got things like a bloody lightsaber for some godforsaken reason. There's a switch here, but I'm not entirely sure what it does. You've got weapons like a boomerang, short-range boomerang. That's kind of annoying, but it does work. Oh, bloody hell. Gonna have to take this with me, and I immediately fall back because that thing on top is a freaking... That thing on top is like a Master of Time or something. It's like that enemy in Castlevania that just sends you back into the beginning of the room. Those things shit me. But yeah, you actually have to use the hammer to take this one out, which is kind of annoying. Because if you don't, well, you get sent back. The hammer is like the strongest weapon in the game, but it's also one of the most annoying weapons in the game because of how it just flies around everywhere. But anyway, here we are with the boss fight. Was fairly quick, yes, I'll give you that, but you know, that's just what these fights are like. However, I do get access to the beam sword here, which I immediately lose to the light hammer, and I pick up the beam sword again. This boss is a bit of a dick, honestly, because it's absolutely positively capable of kicking your ass. But thankfully, since I have my enhanced abilities, the game isn't particularly difficult. Although, the controls are definitely one to screw me. You can bunny hop on some enemies' heads, and that does count as, like, destroying them. Come on, come here, let me hit you. There we go. Come on. See, there we go, enemy down. That was pretty simple. Now we can save, and... checkpoints are very frequent in this game, which is nice because the overall difficulty is actually quite something. Especially if you have no save points. Look away from this terrible death. Why do you think they give us a save point and what appears to be a hint? It's another boss. Also, you get crushed as soon as you walked in. So here's just an example of the dialogue. It's not exactly serious. Yeah. Not exactly serious in the slightest, right? The trick with this boss is that he shows you his crotch. You have to look away. Not the most pleasant boss attack I've ever seen, but, well, we'll deal with it. I'll just stay looking away so that he can't kill me. The boss design in this game is pretty insane. Like, one of the bosses that you have to fight early on is literally a cat. Like, a real live cat. They don't even, like, put it in, they don't even make it like a cartoony cat. It's just, like, literally a real cat that's been copied and pasted into the game's art. It's very strange. This whole game just has this weird thing going about it. It's helped out by the fact that it looks really nice. The guy's done a really good job with the art. The downside to it being that the art can sometimes blend into each other, and it... Win-win. Yes. The downside being that the art can sometimes blend into each other, And when the art starts blending into each other, it's kind of hard to see what's going on, but... There's... I was gonna say there's worse problems, but there's not really worse problems with this game. I should say it could be worse. If I remember correctly, I can't really do anything up here, so there's no real point, but... Yeah, I can't get up there and activate that switch just yet for whatever reason, so I just have to work my way down here. Or I have to try to, but... Well, this is me we're talking about. I have massive trouble with enemies like these. They also take absolute tons of damage, so that's why I'm not even bothering to attack them. There we go, now I've got the hammer, things will be a little bit easier to deal with. So yeah, now we're in the second area, which is the Dark King's Dwelling. I haven't actually done this area yet, so hopefully this will give us a little bit of an idea of... Well, not so much an idea of what we're supposed to be doing, but it will give us something else to look at. As that area was actually pretty short, but considering how unlucky I tend to be with these sorts of things, probably better we have the shortest area possible. Also, I can't platform, because the controls in this game are kind of annoying. They're very old school style, like old school Castlevania style, where you can't attack in a different direction without stopping an attack animation first, and movement is a slight bit janky, and it's just all a little bit annoying. So there's a trick to this, and I cannot figure it out. Screw it. Apparently you're supposed to be able to bounce off those candles. I've had to actually look up a couple of guides for this game just because I really suck at it. Oh, I better activate my recall ability. Right, so that's the third time ability. You've got the ability to stop time, reverse time, and then you've got the ability to use one of the 20-something collectible dolls to give you an extra life. Kind of an annoying ability, that, mainly because the dolls themselves are actually limited. You can't earn them. So that kind of sucks. So anyway, I'm not entirely sure what we're supposed to be doing here, so I'm just gonna look for all the switches I can find and see if that helps, basically. Not much else I can do, really. There's a bunch of hidden things like this. There are hidden items. You do get things like health and time sphere upgrades and stuff like that. So it is a lot like a regular Metroidvania, just with some neat platformy shooty style mechanics. It's neat. I got nothing. I really don't have anything against it, except it's annoying not so much annoying ability, but it's annoying difficulty tendencies, especially with the controls. They can be a little bit hard to deal with at the best of times, so yeah, it's not exactly the best thing in the world. Is this the way I was meant to go, or do I have to come down here? Not entirely sure. Right, there's a switch there, probably. Oh. Huh, there's a big-ass wall there, okay. I gotta wait for that thing to come back down. There we go. The game definitely doesn't take itself too seriously. Ooh, boomerang. Boomerang's my... Do they seriously call it the Batwing? Boomerang's not my favorite weapon just because of how short range it is. But anything that gets close to you when you've got a few boomerangs out is gonna die. Like, no questions asked. It's just gonna fall over and die. Okay, apparently I also get a missile. But screw the missile. I want to use something I have actually used. But yeah, there you go. So that was the final weapon. So I actually got the trophy for it. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's kind of nice. That's one little minor complaint I have. Like, telling the difference between these two different kinds of walls at a glance is kind of annoying. Like, if the green ones were slightly darker so that I could see just at a glance that I couldn't get through them, that would be nice. Especially in comparison to the green ones. There we go. Another switch. Okay. What else can we find around here? Ow. Oh, that's a switch. Alright. Well, I'll wait for it to reset. Good lord. I wasn't expecting that to be there. motherfucker. Alright. See, I reversed time there, which let me get through the door with a switch, and now we get to move on. Neat thing about this area is that destroying the torches actually gives you less light to see by, which is neat. Alright, so apparently I need to get in there in order to get a free bit of health, which is an interesting challenge. How exactly am I supposed to get up there? Okay, maybe if I walk out, then use the enemy's head to just bounce. Nope, that didn't work. Let's try that again. This is surprisingly annoying. Nope, that didn't help either. Alright, screw it. I'm leaving. I'm not gonna get anything done at this rate. Alright, so now we just gotta find our way forward. The question is, how do I find my way forward? Probably back the other way. Oh. Apparently the lights are on in here now. What's this? Hello? What's wrong with you? Oh, I get it. It's a goddamn Pokemon reference. That's a weird reference. Oh, hi. I wonder what the hell I'm supposed to do about that. Oh, I just ran out of dolls. What the hell was that? Alright. As far as I can tell, I don't actually have a way out of here now. So this sucks. Oh no, there we go. I found my way out. Now, how am I supposed to get through there? Do I have a way out on my map? I have a door for a yellow orb. Right, I'm gonna have to go and figure out where the bloody hell I'm supposed to go from here, so... go me. I will return shortly. Alright, I figured it out. I'm an idiot. I really am an idiot. Hang on. So, I have the ability to reverse time. Or I could just dash right through. Alright. Let's just see if I can figure out what I'm doing from here. I will happily take the light sword over the boomerangs. Alright, we have a switch. And what do we do with said switch? What do we do with said switch? Ow. Apparently I can't walk through there for some reason. I'm not going to claim to know why. I'll just turn and face the other way, for God's sake. There. Well, I'm out of light. That's a good start. can't go up there. Oh, but I can come up and around. Alright, that's just a way up here, isn't it? Yeah, to get that. And get that switch, I'll let me go back. I guess that's it? Nope, there is a way out at the bottom of this. But I have to now come all the way back over here and go through that stupid bunny room again. There we go. Alright, no way, that way down there is blocked by the goddamn thing, yep. Okay, this is starting to get on my nerves, so I think I'm gonna just end this video right here, because if I just spend like 15 more minutes wandering around trying to figure out what the bloody hell I'm supposed to do, I'm gonna go insane. So that was a quick look at Chelsea, Bunny Must Die, Chelsea and the Seven Devils. It's a Metroidvania, it's okay. It does what it does well enough, I guess. It's just, you know, doesn't really do that much outside of being a neat little platformy shooty style thing. With nice graphics and music, that's for sure. Might have recommended it if it came over here, but considering that you have to get on a Japanese PSN account to play it, probably not worth the time. I'm surprised nobody else ever actually picked it up around here, because, I mean, in the, like, you know, in the West, because, you know, perfectly complete English patch just needs a little bit of tuning up to make it a Western release. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they're going for there, but oh well. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.